In a moment. Hi guys, welcome to Real United Talk. My name is Deirdre Riggs. How are we all doing this evening? Sorry it's become little bit later than what we normally would do on the post-match show. It's just obviously, I say obviously if everyone knows, we're all like really busy at the moment. That's why I haven't done a video in quite a while. Obviously the same for Marcus George has really stepped up lately. But obviously we couldn't let this game go. Like not do a post match show for this match, quite a big one. So I figured, after an hour's deliberation, I figured, well, I might as well quickly do one. So, right, obviously jumping straight into it. I mean, you could tell I haven't done one in a while. I'm a little bit nervous. Um, Obviously, at the moment, I mean, I'm still frustrated. I think a lot of other fans will be really frustrated over the result. Whereas I think, in the cold light of day tomorrow, maybe we'll all look back and say, you know what, a point Anfield isn't so bad. Personally, if you like I've said on Twitter, if anyone follows me, I said I'd have took a draw before the game. I've said it. My brother's a Liverpool fan. They even said it to him. I said before the game, I said I'll take a draw. But with the way the game played out, it was almost like now, after knowing what we know, it does definitely feel like 2 points drops. It might not do tomorrow, it might not do the end of the season. Come the end of the season, this might be a really important, valuable point. But it's hard not to. I think before the game, a lot of people had a lot of different opinions on what his team selection should be. Obviously, one of the main talking points was Bay being dropped for Lindelof. Whether you agree with that or disagree with that, I don't really know. I thought that at the time I was a little bit like, it's a gamble. It generally really is. Because although I do like Lindelof and Maguire, I'm if so facto. But with Bay, I feel like numerous people said, you're almost allowed to play a little bit higher up. But obviously, like I said, we didn't concede. Lindelof didn't do that bad of a job, neither did Maguire. So in the cold light of day, it's hard to really judge him on and say he got that wrong because relatively he didn't. Maybe if Bay starts, I've seen a lot of people saying that maybe we would have played a bit higher up because we've obviously got Bay to recover on the pair behind the back. These are all things that hindsight's 2020. I just think with Bay, I think maybe the only reason he doesn't get selected in big games like this, maybe the fact that Lindelof got the nod over Bay is literally because of Bay's injury record. If you start Bay, you're almost saying, right, I want my. It alters your tactics completely differently. You set up completely differently because you basically giving yourself an extra 20 yards because of Bay's pace. And if you get that in your head that right, we're going to be on the front foot, and Bay gets injured in the first 10 minutes, and you go off and put Lindelof on, you're almost conceding 20 yards straight away. So what's going to fit your mentality? Maybe this is one of the reasons. I'm just maybe just finding excuses for all it. I don't know. But personally, I don't think Lindelof put a foot wrong. I think he did actually really well. I've seen a lot of people saying Luke Shaw was the man of the match. For me, I can see why. I thought he kept Salah quiet. I think he did his job really well. Wan-Bissaka, same again. He didn't really put that much wrong. A couple of weird passes and stuff like that. But Shaw overall, yeah, I'd probably say so. I'd probably say either Shaw or Pogba. Uh, Hey, here's Dear. How you doing, buddy? Dear Arnasala says, great Man United performance. I appreciate Big D in the house. Like, share, and subscribe. See, Dear's got it. Um, yeah, so like I was saying, and what was I saying? I think Pogba played really well. And this is going to be really difficult for me to say because anyone who watches the channel or knows me or follows me knows that I'm not one of Pogba's biggest fans. But I've always said if I'm wrong on things, I'm not a fucking hypocrite. I'll hold my hands up and I'll say I've always said Pogba is, he doesn't really tend to show up in big games or he fucking drops and everything else like that. These last few games, I think Pogba's been absolutely immense. And it's been Bruno who's been the one that's kind of lagging and letting us down a little bit. Now, yeah, I think you can almost give him a free hit when it comes to Bruno, because obviously he has literally carried us since he came in. So maybe it's time. He needs a bit of a rest. Maybe that's why Pogba's picking up slack. Who knows? But yeah, I think Bruno did not play well today, and that is, no one's above criticism. He was absolutely awful today. In those last 20 minutes, I was calling for him to be cut. I was literally shouting at the TV, get him off, because I do not think he played well at all. Pogba, absolutely brilliant. If Rashford manages to stay on side and be a bit more intelligent, he could have definitely got in. Obviously, the one that lets, not well, I don't want to talk about the chances just yet, but Pogba, McTominay, and Fred. I can see why they were selected over the likes of Matic and Pogba in the central mid, because obviously they offer a little bit more guile, and they're very tenacious and very nippity. They're kind of constantly nipping at you, so maybe that's why. Obviously, Matic is good at shielding, but not if he's the lone person there. And plus, you don't really want people with quick feet, especially this is why running at him or nipping at his heels, because he'll just crumble. So obviously brings us on to so that obviously brings us on to Martial and Rashford. Yes, Lindelof and Dirk commented again, saying, I really enjoyed our performance today. Lindelof was phenomenal. Alisson saved them. Cavani movement is unreal and great aggressivity. Inventing words now, dear. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Martial, say, as usual, is kind of living off scraps. What seems to be frustrating me at the moment with Martial is he's doing the hard things easily. Like he's perfectly capable of skipping past 3 or 4 players. But then the easy pass to slip someone in, the easy pass to, fucking play, give somebody a one-on-one opportunity or to square it. It's behind the player, or it's just in front of a player, or he's shooting when he should be passing, or he's passing when he should be shooting. Do you know what I mean? He's basically doing the wrong things at the wrong time at the moment. I think that's just bad. I think he's just got in a bad run of form. Confidence is shot through shit. I think he summed it up last week when we went one on one with the Burnley keeper, and he just literally hit it straight at him. But obviously that's why he got hooked off. Rashford's had a very odd season. Some games I watch him, I think he looks up for this, and in some games it just looks like he's not even there. I mean, obviously he played off the right today, so you can understand. Predominantly played off the right side a lot today. So you can obviously, it's not his natural side. He obviously can't cut in and do what he likes to do. But still, I just think maybe he should have done a little bit better. Definitely staying on side. I mean, what was it? 8 offsides he had today. You've got to be more intelligent with that, especially in games like this where normally chances are going to be slim, few and far between. I mean, if Van Dijk would have been playing, we probably wouldn't have got as many chances as we got today. So this is probably why one of the reasons I feel like it was almost 2 points dropped, because this wasn't a full strength Liverpool squad. But and is what it is on that one. I just feel with Rashford, he's perfectly capable of smashing a hat trick like he did against Leipzig, or just could do an absolute stinker. Like I don't even think he played that well against Burnley. Obviously, he got the assist, but apart from that, it was almost like he's making all the wrong decisions. They're pretty much both of them doing it as well, Martial. And it hurts to say, because I absolutely love Martial and I love Rashford. And I hope they both prove me wrong. I really do. And I don't want to come in here and be like, oh, they're not good enough. They're never going to be good enough, because I don't believe that. I think they will be good enough. I think, they just need time almost. Obviously, Cavani came on. Cavani did okay, but was pretty much starved. Who else came on? I honestly can't remember. Honestly, can't remember who else actually came on in that game. It was Cavani. Who the fucking hell came on? Oh my god, I can't remember. Oh, that's so bad. It was just a really weird game. It was a really, really, really weird game. There was almost end to end. The fact that we didn't at least get a goal really disappointed me because I felt like they were there for the taking, especially after that first half an hour. We were almost lost the story. After that, it was like, right, we can get something out of this, and we did. We got a point, but could have been more. Now, obviously, we need to discuss the two clear cut chances we had. Obviously, Bruno should have scored. Um, from the short cross. There's not really many excuses for not burying that. Brilliant save, but you want your you want your players to be scoring from that position. I mean, it would have been hard for him to score. I think if he'd have maybe put his laces to it rather than side footing it, maybe it would have gone in. But obviously, Alisson's got two players behind him as well on the line, which goes to show that maybe they almost respected us a little bit as well. And then the chance, I think Pogba's was the one where I think maybe he should have showed that one. Steve MC's put fine tribute to fair kick and rush football, but Busby wouldn't approve classless. I don't really get what he's trying to get at there. Perhaps that's an insult hidden inside it. It's a good thing. But yeah, I think Pogba, that was the better of the opportunity, although Bruno's was closer. I think after the touch that Pogba takes the first touch, I think if he hits it across him, that's a goal rather than just at him. But it's all half chances. Fucking coulda, woulda, shoulda kind of win. Would win. What am I talking about? Draw. So I don't know what other fan channels are saying. I don't know whether other people are saying, we should have won. I mean, I'm already. What's this? Luke Shaw tops. We're still Fergie Elliott grinders. Oh yeah, Matthew put Luke Shaw tops. I think Luke Shaw was he played really really well. The one thing that it's all the thing with Luke Shaw is going forward. I feel like he's lacking so much, but defending. I think if you're trying to defend the league, Luke Shaw is your man. If you're expected to be on the front foot, you go with Tellez. But and you're expecting a lot of possession and you're expecting thing you play Tellez. I think if you're gonna almost like somebody said there, grind the result, you'd want Shaw there because I think he is very good defensively. He's almost pretty much like Wan-Bissaka. He's brilliant going forward, not going backwards. Sorry, he's not a good going forward. Um, so obviously put that. Steve MC put Busby once with style, Fergie and all the grinders. I don't know about that. I wouldn't really say Sir Alex Ferguson was a grinder. You know, but maybe you worded that wrong. I think where Ferguson won a lot of his titles was with grit. It was winning ugly. It wasn't always winning beautifully. It wasn't always smashing teams 4 or 5-0. It was the horrible fucking 1-0 wins away to Stoke. It was the coming from behind, fucking coming from 2-0 down, fucking Blackpool to win 3-2 at Bloomfield Road. It was all these, grabbing a 1-1 draw at Blackburn Rovers. It was all these little gritty little games, but they all add up. That's why, like I said at the beginning of this, a draw at the minute feels like a shit result, but at the end of the season, when we tally up the points, a point can be the difference between winning and losing. This league literally can. It's like when we did lose the title in 2011 with no on goal difference. The difference literally was a point. It's better than that. Sorry, I'm little kids coming in the room. But anyway, sorry, it's kind of thrown me now. Yeah, so like I said, that's my post-match reaction. I don't know. I'll probably rewatch this tomorrow and think, you know what, maybe like I've said about 3 or 4 times, maybe it was good, but doesn't feel right at the moment. But like I said, this was too big a game not to do a post match reaction on. I'm hoping to, maybe do a few more videos lately. It's just like I said, I've been strapped for time. Company I work for is going through the takeover at the minute as well, so it's literally just non-stop at the moment. Maybe in February when things kind of die down, I'll have more time and we'll be doing more videos because obviously it's not fair for me to just lump every single George with every single post match. And obviously, maybe I hope other people can get more involved. People that do watch the channel, like me, Marcus, Ross. Over the past year or so, everyone's been with our different presenters. We have the likes of VIP Marty who's involved, still involved. We've had George Carl, we've had Deer, we've had Pankaj. And some of these people are literally people who we've just met through the live comment section or through Twitter. We've never spoken to them. Like like me, I literally came in. I literally started watching it. I put the idea to Ross and Marcus, and Rodney jumped on to start the channel. So I thought it was something to do. And then before I know it, I randomly just jumped on one show one night, and since that I've not stopped. We've got someone else called Alex Samsung. Bruno should have scored that. Definitely. But I think the more I think about it, if you watch it back with the players that are behind, I think Fabinho's literally behind him. I think he's got a player to the left of him. He's got Allison. I think he's got 2 players to the right of him. So I think even if it somehow does get past Allison, there's a player on the line. So maybe. See, again, it's a game of small margins, isn't it? It's if he'd have scored that, if it would have got past Allison, would it have gone in off a defender almost? Would it? We don't know. But like I said, at the moment, can't really be too down on things. Obviously, we're still top of the league, which is the most important thing here. And obviously, I think City are winning right now. I'm not 100% sure. And I think if they win their other game in hand, they go a point above us. But obviously, it's still very early on in the season. And, whether we like it or not, it's just been nice to actually be involved in these kind of important games where you're deciding where it's, you're talking about titles, or you're talking about, battling for the league. It's been a long while since we've actually done that. I think the last time I remember talking about even the slightest hope of winning a title was back in 2017 maybe, or 2018, Mourinho's second season when Lukaku came in, and we started smashing teams 4-0 for like the first 3 games of the season. We got to the top of the league and then just went to shit after that. I think for those 3 weeks I was like, yeah, we're going to win the league, we're back there, and then it went to shit again. So it's just nice to be in this position at this stage of the season. But I mean, hopefully it can continue. Hopefully it can continue. We've got a long way to go. We've still got the likes of Chelsea to play on the road. We've got City to play on the road still. We've got Liverpool to play at home. We've got Spurs to play away, and Arsenal to play away. Whether you count that as a big game or one of the big boys now, I don't know. It might be a vital point for them in the battle for relegation. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to wrap it up there. But like I said, if anybody does want to get involved in the channel, please find us on Twitter. I'm on most of the day anyway because I work from home, so I'll be on my own personal account, which is literally over here, Riggers MUFC. Like I said, drop me a message, drop someone else a message who's part of the group, maybe the likes of George Cow, Pankaj, Deer, Marcus, Mark Atherton, VIP Mark, anybody. And get involved. If you think your opinion is important enough and you believe in your opinion and you can back your opinion, come on. Get on the show. We don't bite. I was gonna have a little joke, man, but I'm decided I'm gonna sit now. Today's too PC. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much for joining, guys, who did watch. And if you're watching this back later on, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me and everyone else who gets involved in the channel. We don't have to do this. We don't get paid to do this. We do this because we love United. And, it's fun to talk about. when we're in positions like this. When we're getting beat like 6-1 Spurs, that's when it's a chore to come on and do it. But anyway, thank you very much for your time, guys. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye bye.